everybody, it's Elle, and this week for Craft the Story, I am going to be showing you how I put together I would say, pretty quick and easy scrapbook page, 12 by 12 scrapbook page using the Circle Scrapbook Kit. Let's go ahead and dive in. All right, so our most recently released scrapbook kit was the Circle Scrapbook Kit. And so what I wanted to do today was put together a page during this video using one of the 12 by 12 pieces of paper as the background foundation. Now, when I'm designing these scrapbook kits, part of what I'm thinking about is how can I design some papers that are easy jumping off points, that include prompts, that give you a specific place to tell your story or to put your content, right? It's already organized and set up for you. So circles are great for that. On here right now, I've got some of this half circle fabric pieces that I'm thinking that I will add these on here in 3 different places. I've got This Story Matters, I've got Love, and I've got Good Times, and there are a variety of other ones that were included in the kit too. This Is Everything, Life Looks Like This, Highs and Lows. There's this one that says Love Repeated, and then a fun green pattern too. But what I'm planning on doing in the story that I'm going to tell with this page, on this just a regular 12 by 12 page, is a story of a quick little trip that the girls and I took to Portland last weekend. So I've printed out a page with 5 different photos from this little trip. We took off in the afternoon. We drove a couple hours up to Portland, did a little bit of shopping, spent the night in a hotel, and then got up in the morning and came back. And it was just a great getaway, a nice chance for the 3 of us to just hang out together and get out of the house too. So what I'm doing here is I am using a 3-inch circle punch. Again, like I said, I sized these to 3 by 3 so that I could easily punch them out. I'll show you what that looks like in just a second here. Sometimes you got to trim it down a little bit. Circle punches are something that I have had for years and years. I have probably had this one in particular since the very early 2000s. Like, they last forever. And I have loved using them forever. Like, they are definitely one of the tools that I still come back to again and again. So what I'm doing right now, I'm punching these out into these 3-inch circles, some different shots that I took over the course of the day. I mean, it was essentially ended up being like a day. In the hotel, out when we were shopping, at the restaurant. We went to a really great Japanese restaurant, so I've got a picture from that. And then my plan is to do some sort of journaling and title in the center. What I like about this page is it's a nice reminder that we can use something like this that's already set up as a really quick and easy foundation and use that as the jumping off point. Like, it eliminated a whole bunch of choices for me, right? Which is something that can be really great in memory keeping. The format or that background is already set up for you, so you can use that as the jumping off point and then go ahead and play with adding other things if you want them, and or adding your story and having a pretty plain and simple background. So a couple things with this. I pulled out this stamp set. It's a foam stamp set from Tim Holtz, and I was thinking of doing something on here. I might not end up using it this time because now that I have enough photos in place, I just want to focus on my journaling, which I'm probably actually going to do on the computer and then print out and put right on top here. And that will show you how quickly a page like this can come together. But I wanted these out on my desk so that I remember to use them at some point. One of the things I was thinking about doing was stamping, into the circles, right? Looking at these circles as a home for content. What kinds of content do you have in memory keeping? You have photos, you have stories, you have titles, you have phrases that you're pulling out. You have embellishments. Any one of those things can go inside of those circles there. So I know for my for the photos that I want to use foam adhesive because I like how it pops it up off the back of the page. And so here's an example. I leave the back on them while I am getting my page set up in case I change my mind. And then adhering is like one of the last things that I will do. So let's go ahead and just get these on here. at as I am going through here is I'm thinking about the half circle pieces and considering, you know, do I want to add another half circle on there? You know, and it could be like, it could be the smaller one, which I think is probably what I will do, but I'm not sure on these ones how many I have that would go on the bottom side. So that's what I kind of want to look. And I have the larger ones here too, which could go in place of the other ones. They're just a little bit smaller, but I think it's more I'm looking for a layered look. So let's go ahead with the looking through. Oh, here's like, here we go. That would be kind of fun. Alright, so I went ahead and printed up a black circle here with white type. I set this up in Illustrator. This is also something that you can do in Photoshop. You can Google how to add text inside of a circle, but it's a nice way, especially if you're working with lots of other circles, to get your journaling in there in a circle format. Again, this one's super, you know, we got a nice linear grid based. Everything has a spot, right? Everything has a space and a home. Other things that you could do on this one, if you wanted to, you could add word phrase strips or stickers on top of the photos too. That would be another option. I'm going to go ahead and pull off these. When I put the foam adhesive stickers on here, I don't always pull off all of the backs because you don't have to have them all up. So I'm going to go ahead and get that, try to get it right lined up there. So I love how the 3-inch circle punch still leaves a little bit of a white border there. And actually, you could put, you know what, something that might be cute on here is number stickers, like that just, you know, number 1 through 5. I didn't organize my journaling that way, like it doesn't have a number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 kind of thing, but you could easily you could do that in your journaling, or you could just decide, you know what, I'm gonna add on numbers because I like them as the as an added embellishment, which is something that I generally like. Let's see, what else do you guys need to know about this one? One thing that I still want to make sure that I get on here that I haven't yet is a date. So I need to make sure that I do that, and I'll think a little bit about that while I'm sticking these guys down on here. Another thing that I was considering too as I was looking at this, if you don't like that plain red background there, one thing that you could do is you could lay a transparency or a vellum sheet like over top of it, probably a transparency. This is just the one that I cut one of the circles out of. A transparency down first that would kind of push the red into the background a little bit, and then you could build up on top of that. So that's another thing that you could potentially consider here. But I liked having pictures that kind of showed a few different things, right? Like shopping, the shopping part, the eating dinner, we had ice cream afterwards, and then a shot in the hotel. I think that I am gonna add some number stickers on there. Just gonna see what I can find of those. Or you could stamp, like I think this set, that typewriter stamp from Tim has those on there too. But I'm just thinking I really like these simple white number stickers. Looks like I'm out of ones on those ones, so let's see if I have more. I know I have a gold set. I think there's a black set too. The black one might look fun on here. Maybe we'll use those this time. And again, I'm numbering not for any reason other than I just think I just like the look. Another thing, if you're wanting to add more, if you're like, okay, yeah, now I want to add some more stuff, you could add, you know, some little stars with the numbers there, other puffy stickers, other embellishments. This is what I was talking about, word phrase stickers too. You might have some that would go along really well with that. Again, the last thing that I want to add on there, make sure that I get added on there, is a date. I just kind of need to decide where I want to put that. Something that could go directly onto the photo. You could also do like a little strip somewhere. I think that I'm probably just going to put it right down here on the bottom. All right, there you go. An easy way to put a project together or tell a story using one of the pattern papers from the 12x12, or from our Circle Scrapbook Kit. I also incorporated the fabric circles, the fabric half circles that were included in that kit as well, and I'll link that for you guys below if you want to check it out.